three of us, yeah.
You said about authority. How do you know you're getting the right guidance? I mean, what's the checks and balances to make sure that you're getting the right guidance? Because someone can come along and say, I know the way and do this and do that, but you know, so many times we get kind of led up the garden path. So how do we know it's bona fide?
Okay, it's a very good question. Yeah. I'll look this way when I answer it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because if I look that way, it's going to, and my neck will get stiff as well. So. But the question, yeah, very good question. How do we know that we're getting the right guidance? So it has to be based upon in our system, we have a three-way checking system. There's like a triangle or a pyramid shape. There's a three-way checking system. So we have guru, we have sadhu. Sadhu means spiritual people, and shastra means ancient teachings. So you have to have a check which goes amongst those three systems simultaneously. So if one goes off course, the other two can keep it back on course. So what might happen sometimes, as Tarini is alluding to, the guru may go off course. So then you have the ancient teachings and the spiritual people who will say, wait a minute, this is not correct. What you're saying is not correct. And then if the spiritual people start saying something which is wrong, then the guru and the ancient teaching will say, wait a minute, that's not correct. So in this way we keep everything always in check. And just like Dyer was telling us, he went to Tasmania recently, and there's a guy down there who's saying he's Jesus, is that?
The Messiah.
The Messiah, oh yeah, he's the Messiah. So the Messiah's in Tassie at the moment. I'm going down there after lunch today because I want to meet the Messiah. So you're welcome to come with me, because apparently he's down there in Tassie at the moment. And what's going on? What's he doing down there?
He's just writing stuff.
Just writing stuff?
Posting it. He's got a website.
Got a website?
Yeah.
IamTheMessiah.com.
Testament of Truth.
Testament of Truth. Okay, it's a good one. The name's good. Like that. But how do we know the guy's the Messiah? You have to check with the other three. Okay, the Messiah, he's saying, I am the Guru. And so, I mean, he possibly could be. But then we have to check with the ancient teachings. Is it consistent with, which is what has been taught for thousands of years in the ancient teachings? And is it consistent with what the other great spiritual teachers are saying? So if it is all consistent, then we say, okay, yes, this person is the Messiah. But if we start looking, I haven't looked at it yet, but if we look on the website, we'll probably see, I would imagine, we could be wrong, but if we start looking through, we'll see there will be inconsistencies there. And then we say, okay, wait a minute, that's not true. Just like a basic consistency, which must be there, all the great teachers, they teach ahimsa. So ahimsa means non-violence, which means basically in this day and age, it means to be vegetarian, not to kill animals unnecessarily. So then the guru is saying, oh, it's okay to have chicken or fish, or even recently, the Dalai Lama, who is supposed to be, well, he is the leader of Buddhism worldwide, but Paul McCartney, who is a very strict vegetarian. You know Paul McCartney? He's very famous, like that. Dalai Lama is very famous, two of the most famous men on the planet. And they're the same age. They're both a little bit over 70. So Paul McCartney wrote to him, he said, well, you're supposed to be the leader of Buddhism. And the whole teaching of Buddhism is not to commit violence, ahimsa, and yet you eat meat. So this is not consistent with your teachings. So Paul McCartney was calling him out, saying you're the guru, but you're not following the teachings, of the sadhu and the shastra, of the scriptures and the holy people. So then the Dalai Lama, probably not the Dalai Lama, but probably someone on his behalf wrote back and said, well, I need the iron, I'm doing it for health reasons. And Paul McCartney wrote back and said, well, I've been vegetarian for a long, long, long time, 40 plus years. And he said, my iron's fine. So it's not that you have to eat meat to be, but people come out with all these concoctions these days. So that is why now we have to be very careful about following any guru. Because just like, there's a guy down there in Tassie saying he's the guru, and we get letters in the mail once in a while that, the incarnation of God himself has appeared in India. Everyone come now and worship. Once in a while you get this. So we have to make sure that the guru is following all of the checking systems, and then we understand. So, does that answer you?